Alrighty, everybody, so I'm finally back. I am free from the chains of college, but we are here to showcase, this is per request from a viewer, we're going to showcase Agl Vegito Blue, specifically against the movie boss rush stage. This stage I feel like is pretty good for this unit, because the biggest struggle with this unit is getting Agl Vegito Blue out, but with this stage in specific I feel like you're pretty much guaranteed to get Vegito Blue out. It might still be a little bit of a struggle, but it's pretty much guaranteed, I would say, to get him out. So this is my build on Agl Vegito Blue. As you can see, this is probably not like a build I feel like a lot of people are favorites of. It's a full dodge build, but I just mainly have them as this build just so that, like, when I'm using them in hard content, I'm mainly I'm not really running them with the idea of like, oh yeah, we're getting Agl Vegito Blue out. I'm running them with the idea of like, all right, we're just gonna be using these guys, the blue duo. So and all I want them to do is dodge, which I understand that they dodge in slot 1, but some scenarios you can't run these guys in slot 1 if their guard's out or whatever, so it's like giving them that dodge in other slots I feel like is useful. So we're gonna be going ahead and jumping in with this team. Actually, I might make a slight change. Yeah, just, well, because what I was gonna do is I was gonna bring, I think, SCR Vegito, because he is on this leader shield, right? Is he not on? Okay, no, he's not. Okay, never mind then. So yeah, we'll just keep the team like this. So I was just gonna run a rotation of Tech Vegito Blue and Agl Vegito Blue, and then probably Beast in the other Vegito Blue. Like, that's probably what I will do. Obviously, like, depending on how the run goes, we might have to like just kind of switch it up. I got one in slot 7, so that one's most likely mine. Let me make sure the audio is good real quick. Alright, cool. Alright, so I might have to cut here and there because this might be a very, very long fight, so I'll try to cut around and see how it goes. Alright, so what do we want to do here? I want to get the gammas like built up and out of the way, but at the same time I need the GT duo to also build up, so I think I'm going to do this. They're not going to get 24. Well, actually, no, they will get 24 key because Gohan will give key on Super. I don't think Turles will die here, so the Gammas should be able to get their attacks in at the end here. Yeah, because he's going to stun Gohan here. I'm honestly okay with that, because that just means Gohan doesn't incinerate and we get to play around a little bit more. So probably what I will do is I will probably like try to cut around when we don't have like the unit on rotation, just because what's it called? I'm trying to, English is really hard. I haven't recorded a video in like 3-4 days because I've just been hunkering down studying, so I'm sorry if this video is not as good as the other ones, but I'll just try to cut around when we don't have Agl Vegito Blue on rotation, just so that way it's nothing like you guys are not just watching, because like this fight can go on for like 40 minutes, and I don't want this video to be 40 minutes when you guys are just wanting to see Vegito Blue and the other Vegito Blue in action. So so yeah, so we have my Vegito Blue in slot 7. That's really bad because, again, as y'all might know, as you guys might know, so just to read off their fusion condition, remind you guys. So it can be activated when HP 70% or less, starting from the 5th turn from start of turn. So basically, it's their 5th turn. So these guys, we got them on turn 2, so we can activate that first condition on turn 7. and but it has to be that turn. So basically, turns it has to be on turn 7. HP has to be 70% or less, or if we go to turn 9 and there's a future saga attacking in the same turn or future saga enemy, then we can just transform. So again, the only thing that sucks is obviously I only have the 2 Vegitos and the other Vegito on this team as future saga allies, so one of the Vegitos is not really going to be the greatest here. I guess since we got these two together, I guess I'll just run them together as a rotation, and we'll kind of show off both this Rainbow Friend and my Vegito Blue, who's 79%, just so you guys can get like both perspectives. So yeah, basically, this Vegito is not going to be able to transform until turn 7, and then that's with the first condition, and then my Vegito is not going to be able to transform until turn 8 at the minimum. And then if we're talking about the other condition, this Vegito is not going to be able to transform until turn 9, and my Vegito is not going to be able to transform until turn 10. And that's where you can see, like, that's why I'm not the biggest, like, I love this unit. I feel like once you do give it, like, Vegito Blue is still really, really good in my opinion. He is, like, such a flexible unit. But it's like, man, why did they have to make him so hard to get out? Like, it's just, and it's like, you guys just released Gogeta Blue, and he's literally just like, turn 4. You just transform. No health condition, not, like, this guy has basically every condition. He has a health condition and a turn condition, or he has a category condition with a turn condition. Like, I just don't get it. And it's like, the reason why it sucks, I feel like, so much is simply because of the fact that they, these guys have an intro, which when their intro runs out, they're kind of not really great, honestly. So, just to read off their intro for you guys. So, they get 100% defense, and they get guard for 4 turns from start of turn, when there's another Future Saga ally on the team. So, losing that defense and guard, like, that is just a massive hit to your defensive capabilities with this unit. Which, you know, when their guard runs out, they take a lot of damage. So I think, like, maybe that's what they were trying to go for with this unit, is like, oh hey, they can hold down the fort for the first couple turns, but then, you know, your guard's gonna run out, and basically they're gonna be the ones that take the damage for you to be able to transform. I guess that's what they were trying to go for. I'm personally not that big of a fan of that design idea, if that is actually what they were trying to do with this unit, because I just feel like it's not fun for anybody really to do that per se. Like, just let me use the unit. So yeah, so the rest of their passive, they get key 3 attacking defense 100%. They get extra 2 key per type T. Hold on, slow down. Type key sphere obtained. Additional attacking defense 50% and effective against all types when there's a Realm of Gods enemy. We're not going to get that during this stage because there's no Realm of Gods enemies in this stage. They get 150% extra defense and high chance to dodge in slot 1. Now that's, again, that combined with their intro and guarding, their defense in slot 1 is actually pretty good. And keep in mind they also stack defense on 18 key. And then slot 2 or 3, they get an extra 100% attack and 50% defense, and they get an extra additional, basically. And then they get a guaranteed additional if key is 20 or more. So, as you guys have already probably seen, their attack stat in slot 1 is pitiful, like, literally just awful, because it's literally just like 2 million or something like that. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and just skip the Gamma's animation. Meanwhile, like, their stats in slot 2 or 3 are probably a little bit better. Should I put... Maybe I should have put Tech Vegito in the front here, but... Oh, they actually ate that. Oh, well, yeah, they took no damage. This slug doesn't hit really that hard, but... That's that extra defense kicking in for them being in slot 1. So, again, these guys are really good. I would say their first couple turns defensively, like, attack-wise, obviously, like, completely horrible. Like, they're not contributing anything attack-wise, honestly. But defensively, they can hold down slot 1, so they are a pretty valuable unit. And then the last thing I want to talk about before we probably cut is their leader skill is really good. Like, the teams they encompass are really good, but then they also have like the just generic 150% to super types, which I didn't do it in this video, but you can like run Bulma on this team, and Bulma can hang in, like definitely not on these new stages against like Gogeta and Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan she can probably hang in because he's physical, but she can hang in even on just a 150 with some of these fights. So you can definitely bring her, get that like 2-turn support going on, all that stuff. So so yeah, that's like, again, this unit I just have like a love-hate relationship with. Like, I really do love them, but then sometimes I also just kind of like, my mind is just like, what were they thinking with this unit, kind of. So that's just my thought process on the whole thing. So let's just go ahead and get their attack sets for this turn, and then, or actually, yeah, no, let's just get their attack set for this turn, and then, so I think, so what's next turn? Next turn is turn 5. I think this next turn, they don't have their intro, I think. I guess, let me double check real quick once we get in here. So, what turn is this? So, we are on turn 6. Yeah, so we were on turn 6. We got them on turn 2, so... I mean, it does say for 4 turns, so I'm not quite sure if this means that this is their last turn guarding, or if this is like, you know, it's over. Like, there's no more guarding. If they're not guarding anymore... I think, yeah, judging by their defense, I think they are still guarding, because it seems like they still have that defensive buff, but after this turn, they cannot guard anymore. So, oh no, they are not guarding. Okay, so yeah, they can't. So that's how it works. So on the 4th turn, they're completely gone. So if we take damage on this next rotation, and we come back to this rotation, we can go into Vegito Blue. But if we don't take damage, we will have to wait until the turn after that one, and then we'll just be able to go. I think so. On this upcoming turn, I'm just gonna float my Agl Vegito Blue, so we're basically gonna set up a rotation where we're gonna have triple Vegito Blue. So yeah, damn, this Vegito Blue is putting in work. 13 mil. This guy is still obviously really good. I might do a video on him and SDR Gogeta in some of these new hard fights, because I can assure you guys that they still cook. The only fight that is scary for them is Gogeta Blue because of him AoEing. But other than that, I feel like they cook pretty hard in some of these fights. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and cut, and then we'll come back when we have Vegito Blue out, hopefully. Okay guys, so I'm slightly confused, just simply, so the reason why I'm confused is we got these guys on turn 2, and it says that it's starting from the 7th turn from the start of turn. So wouldn't that have meant that, like, this should only be possible on turn 9? I guess maybe I don't understand this unit, but either way, here we are. We fulfilled the condition where it's 7th turn from start of turn, and we have a future saga category ally in the same turn, so we'll be able to get Vegito out. So let me go ahead and play this animation. This animation is definitely really good. Definitely better than their intro in my opinion. So let's go ahead and watch this.
ベジータくそ1時間耐えてやる俺はベジータとカカロットの合体ベジットだそしてこれがベジートブ
レー Alright, so let's just read off what Blue Vegito does real quick. So on 12 key he gets 50% attack and defense, that's really good, and he lowers attack. On 18 key, he also gets 50% attack and defense, but he also raises superclass allies' defense by 50% for one turn, so that is really good. He gets key 5 attacking defense 250%, additional key per key sphere, he gets super effective against all types, he gets 30% damage reduction before he attacks, he also gets 20% damage reduction, high chance to dodge, and an additional that has a high chance to be a super in the first attacker in the turn. He gets a guaranteed super and a medium chance of launching another super as the second or third attacker in a turn. And then he gets a guaranteed additional if your key is 20 or more. So basically, if we put him in slot 2 here, he will get like possibly more supers out because he'll have a guaranteed one and a medium chance one. Meanwhile, in slot 1, he'll be really good defensively because he'll have 50% damage reduction before he attacks, and then he also has a high chance to dodge. And obviously this is not my Vegito, but my Vegito would also have his hidden potential chance to dodge. And as we can see on this turn, his defense is pretty good. Like, would I say, like, let's see, so 671, would he take, like, let's say if he got supered by Beast Gohan right away, with 50% damage reduction, would he die? I want to say no. Like, I feel like we'll barely live. Also, this is probably, like, not the best team. Like, we can probably have a team with more health than this. So, I feel like he can definitely live. But putting him in slot 1 will help boost the rest of the rotation's defense. And then, obviously, also, like, Tech Vegito Blue's defense. Like, he's at 600k start of turn. Tech Vegito Blue can super also, like, 4 or 5 times as well. So, like, this rotation is kind of still filthy, like, in my opinion. Especially with all these supports that we have, like Krillin and 18. We can have Bulma on this team. We have the Gamma supporting. So, let's just go ahead and see. Let's see this attack stat. This is the friend Vegito Blue, so he's built more offensively than mine is. So, that's like, I guess. So Vegito Blue, as you can see, his attack stat is only 11 million, and the reason why I say only like that is because keep in mind, so on this turn he had, so this is I think the guaranteed one, or I think this was the high chance one. This is the guaranteed one, and then we still have the hidden potential system one. So even though his attack stat is only 11 million per se, he is supering multiple times, which doesn't, like, it adds up. Like, technically this rotation he did like a 50 million attack stat. He is also super effective, so it might be even more than 50 million. And that's why, like, I feel like back in the day when he came out, even though his attack stats were kind of low, he was still doing really good damage. Oh my god, 16 mil by this guy. Alright. Alright, Tech Vegito. Calm down, brother. It's not technically your video, but, you know, just calm down. So, like, back in the day, I feel like when he came out in Worldwide, his attack stats were fine. But now we have stuff like Gogeta Blue, which, you know, Gogeta Blue also, he has 3 guaranteed supers, and then he can do his hidden potential, and he's shooting out basically bigger stats. Like, he's shooting out like a 15 into 11 into like 12 into 13, like something like that. And then Gogeta Blue's active also hits harder than this guy. Now, this guy's active can still hit really hard because you are stacking attack in base. Let's get the GT Duo on that rotation so that way we can try to do some funny shenanigans with them supporting the Vegito Blues. So basically what I'm trying to say is like back in the day those attack stats were fine and he was really good, but it's like now with this power creep, he does seem like a little bit mediocre, like, you know, just a tad. Like, he's still really good. Nothing against him. He's just, like, again, I would say he's not really in the top 10 anymore. I don't remember if I put him in the honorable mentions in my previous tier list, but I would probably put him in, like, honorable mentions-ish, because this is a unit that can be very valuable for free-to-play people. So you're gonna seal and lock You know, that kind of really sucks, honestly, because I don't want to break this rotation, but... So, I mean, just for the sake of not losing this rotation, I'm just gonna double Whis, because Bojack... this is like the one phase in this whole, like, sequence of fights where it's kind of annoying, is Bojack, because Bojack just kind of, like, he ruins your rotations, he can seal the showcase unit like he did in this turn, so it just ends up being like we don't really get the best footage of them. Because I would love to get footage of him in slot 2 now, because he'll have more additionals there, but he got sealed and locked, so oh well. But the good thing is, on after this turn, we'll get a rotation with, like, we're gonna get Krillin and 18 support up, and then we're also gonna get GT Duo support up. I just need to kill, I want to kill Bojack, so that way when we go back to this rotation, we'll be against Janemba, and Janemba won't do some funny shenanigans to ruin our rotation. I guess the last thing to talk about real quick is, so Vegito Blue's active skill is by far his best utility tool. So it'll do a lot of damage because of the attack stacking, and for that turn, you'll get guaranteed dodge. And the condition for it is if your HP is 50% or less, or if you're facing an enemy whose HP is 50% or less. So basically with the way that condition is formatted, it can be used as a way to save you if your HP is 50% or less, or if the enemy is 50% or less, you basically will seal the fight with that, because you're gonna do a lot of damage. You're gonna have guaranteed dodge that turn, so the enemy probably won't be able to touch you, and so on and so forth. So, again, like, I don't know, like, it's just like, this unit is just really hard to put, I guess, in a judgment way, or like judge it a certain way, in my opinion. Oh, come on, Bojack. Don't do that. I mean, not that it matters, because I'm just gonna do this, but what's it called? Yeah, we'll be able to kill this turn for sure. But anyways, like, Vegito Blue is kind of hard to put in a vacuum, simply because there's times where I really do like him, and then there's times where I really hate him, because there's been a lot of times where, like, I needed to be able to transform with him, but obviously with how bad his condition is, I wasn't able to. So I basically lost the fight because of that. And that's just the one thing that sucks about him, is that, like, you'll have fights like that, but then you'll also have fights where things will basically go your way. You'll be able to transform him with that, like, first condition, and, like, he'll basically win you the fight. So he's just a very random unit. It's not like Beast, it's not like Gogeta Blue, it's not like any of these 9th anniversary characters where it's like, it's fairly easy to basically use them, and just having them on your team increases your chances of winning. With this guy, you're kind of gambling. Like, you're not really guaranteed to win, but you're also not really guaranteed to lose. So I think, like, this will probably be the last rotation of the video. I do have to get his active skill in the video. So, like, I'll show this rotation, and then I'll cut, and then I'll come back when we have his active skill. So this is going to be a pretty juiced turn, because we're going to have we have Krillin 18 support, which is 50%, and then we have this guy's support, which is 80% attack. So this is probably like the highest we'll be able to get Vegito Blue's attack stat is, or attack stat. So Janemba does hit pretty hard, but I don't think he'll be able to kill Vegito Blue. And besides, Vegito Blue can dodge, so as long as he doesn't let us down. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so 13 mil. And he can do, so he has a high chance one that'll come right after this, and then he'll have guaranteed, and then he has hidden potential. Yeah, so we missed the high chance. That's kind of unfortunate, but this is a guaranteed one. And then we'll have the hidden potential, which we should be able to get, because this friend I think had 30 additional, just only additional normal. That's kind of sad. You know what sucks is Tech Vegito Blue is about to look way better on this turn. Just watch. Just watch this. Yeah, like 20 million out the gate, and this guy has, I think, 2 guaranteed, and then 1 that's a chance. Oh, you didn't crit on that one. I didn't show it off, but I think my Tech Vegito Blue is like 24 crit. Like, he basically has a 50% chance to crit or so. Okay, maybe Vegito Blue is not gonna look like he looked better in terms of attack stats, but honestly, both of them kind of like, yeah, both of them kind of just sold right there. Like, it's kind of not great for a showcase, but you know, you do what you can get, man. You do what you can get. All right, so let me go ahead and cut, and I will come back when we are able to get Vegito Blue's active skill. We'll get that in the video, and then we'll wrap it up. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I didn't even have to really cut for that long. Basically just the next rotation, we were able to not kill Janemba, and now we can launch the active skill since he's below 50% HP. And with him being this low, we'll actually also get his KO screen on this turn. Keep in mind we can also shoot out Tech Vegito Blue's active skill if we wanted to. I don't know which one would hit harder per se, but both these active skills are very, very good in my opinion. If I was playing to win here, I probably would just use Tech Vegito Blue instead of Agl Vegito, but you know, since we're recording this video, we'll shoot out Agl Vegito Blue. So let's go ahead and watch this.
どうした？俺のスピードにはついてこられないか。捕まりやがれ
！I will say that is a really cool KO screen. So, like, I guess like basically the thing is with this unit is they kind of sacrificed a lot of the. We'll just do this. Basically, what I'm trying to say is they basically sacrificed a lot of the animations for this guy, just to get the, or sacrifice the animation of the blue duo to get the animations of Vegito Blue right, because obviously his 18 key is a Dokkan original, and like that active skill is kind of a original as well. Like nothing too, like, I guess massive, but I guess we'll get this in the video as well. Might as well. Screw it.
まだまだ死ねねえな。おめえをやっつけるまではな。宇宙のみんな、オラに元気を分けてくれ。サンキュー、宇宙のみんな。行くぜ。
Bro, my units today are just like refusing to crit. Like they're just not feeling it, I guess. I don't know. This is really not a great turn with key either, but alright, so this is for sure the final turn. Just like I was gonna cut, but we kind of died right away on that turn, and I figured we might as well just get this as well. See how they fare against this Gogeta or this Broly. I'm pretty sure we're dead on this turn just because if Krillin and 18 at the end get touched even once, we are simply cooked. There's no doubt, no question, no nothing about it. But yeah, man, like I really love this unit, but I just wish they made him better. Just a little, like they could have made him like not 9th anniversary level, but they could have made him like right below 9th anniversary level. So that way it's like back then when he came out, we would have been like, oh my god, what is this Vegito Blue? This Vegito Blue is insane. Best unit in the game. Yada, 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 yada. And then, like, you know, 9th anniversary comes around and it's like, we get even better units. So we're still hyped about 9th anniversary, but this guy still remains, like, relevant. And, like, because, like, I would love to, like, him and Physical Gogeta Blue share 6 out of 7 links. They're really good linking partners, but it's like, Gogeta Blue is a character that you can get out on turn 4 or turn 5, and this guy you can't get out until almost turn 10. So it's just unfortunate. So let me know what you guys think. As you can tell from this 30-minute showcase, even though I really didn't want it to last 30 minutes, but I guess it just kind of happened. I kind of just have like a hate-love relationship with this Vegito Blue because I really do like him, but I just wish they made him better, just a little bit better. It would have been so nice, but I still enjoy using him, and I still think that he is a valuable unit. I'm not gonna say that he's trash. I'm not gonna say that he's horrible. He's a valuable unit. He is on, as you guys can see, like a bunch of teams, and I already talked about it. His leader skill is very valuable. So this is a very valuable character to have in your box. If you manage to pull him from the 9th anniversary summons, don't feel bad. You pulled an awesome unit, and they're really, really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any other specific characters that you guys want to see against the 9th anniversary fights, or just showcase in general. I'll try my best to make videos on those. I have some characters that I want to showcase as well, so more on that tomorrow, hopefully. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.